Good morning, Birthday Club, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Brandy Burfitt, wife and twin mom, just taking it one day at a time. I am here putting on a little bit of makeup because I'm getting ready to go to the grocery store. I'm going to go to Aldi because I heard if you go early, you can get meat discounts. So I'm going to see if I am fortunate enough to do that. So I just wanted to make myself a little more presentable, um, which partly brought me to this video today. I wanted to talk about confidence. Okay. So I looked up the definition of confidence. It is a feeling, in this case, pertaining to the confidence that I'm talking about, a feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities. Okay, so I know a lot of us may think that we lack confidence. I know that I surely do, but 9.9 times out of 10, we don't. We are all very confident. Some of us just may be more confident in different areas than others. But if you feel that you lack confidence in certain areas and you want to gain confidence there are some things that you can do. Now, I am not an expert at all. Take this at your own will. But I was listening to a video, and this woman said to get more confidence at something, you have to begin when you're not confident. So she brought up the reference of exercising. She said you're not confident when you do the first rep, okay? But once you do the second rep, you're more confident the second time because you've done it already. Okay? And then I thought about things that we want to do, such as me putting on makeup, thinking about the why we're doing something can give us confidence when we're actually performing that act, okay? Because I am putting on makeup because I want to see, if I can get better at it. I want to try new things as far as putting makeup on. I love the way my face changes when my eyebrows are made. And that is my, why. It's not to impress anyone. It's for my own reasons because I like I said, when I shape my eyebrows, or I like to try out different things on my face sometimes. And that's really the only times that I will do my makeup. I am not a makeup expert at all. I think I mentioned that in my very first video. I am just going with the flow, okay? But if you can figure out your why for doing something, your confidence out in the world will show. So, take for example, if you are the person who is, trying to lose weight and you're going to the gym, you can be confident because you know why you're there. So the fact of anyone looking at you crazy, wondering what you're doing there, or you're doing things incorrectly, whether you are trying on a new outfit, maybe you're practicing your style, trying to find your personal style. So no matter what you had put on that day, it doesn't matter what people are thinking about you because you're just trying out your style. And if people are looking at you crazy for what you wore and you actually liked that style, it doesn't matter because that is what you like. It's when we start to do things for other people and it turns out that we're being made fun of or looked at strange or talked about and judged, that's when we start to feel that insecurity, right? It's because I knew I shouldn't have wore this, or so and so said that plaid was coming back. Not that it's out of style. I don't care. I'm just giving an example. So that's when we start to feel insecure about our things because we can't even explain why we done it, or we're too embarrassed or ashamed to admit that we did it for someone else. So that's why things don't work out until you actually start doing it for yourself. And take my weight loss journey. I tried to lose weight because I thought maybe my husband wasn't attracted to me. This was not at all the case. Don't get me wrong. But I thought maybe I'm getting too big. Maybe I'll do this. I did not lose no weight, girl. I did not lose any freaking weight. Or whatever is going on. We gotta do it because we feel that it's the right thing to do for us. And that's really when my weight loss took its flight. I was like, this isn't working for me, but honestly, I am sick of how I'm looking. I'm sick of how I'm feeling. And I want to look and feel better. I'm tired of buying all these 3X clothes, which I've never had to do before. I am tired of, just going up in sizes every 5 months. And it just got ridiculous for me. So my why is because I was sick of it. My why for doing my face before going to Aldi is because I want to practice makeup looks and trying to make myself a little bit more presentable outside, because I would go outside looking like anything. Because it doesn't matter. I'm not doing this for anybody else. And, who cares what I look like? I'm just going to the store. And I didn't want to be like that anymore. I don't want to be that way anymore, because I can't say that I have 100% changed because this is all new. But conquering one area of confidence can definitely spike up another area of confidence. Because when I was severely overweight, I didn't care what I looked like. Now that I don't feel that way anymore, I feel like it's okay for me to put makeup on. It's okay for me to take care of myself. When being overweight, well, I'm still overweight, but when being severely obese made me not want to take care of myself because I couldn't. Because all I wanted to do was eat. All I wanted to do was sit down on the couch. All I wanted to do was nothing. Okay? I would go to work and I would come home and sit on the couch and just eat. So now that I'm not in that body anymore, or I'm slowly climbing out of it, it's easier for me to want to do other things. So, and it'll be hard at first, and it's baby steps. I remember one of my students, because I got them in on my journey too. I told them, if I lose 50 pounds by the last day of school, I will throw you guys an awesome pizza party, right? So they are all super excited. I got a tally mark, large post-it that I stuck on the wall. I wrote Burfett's pounds on there. And every time I lose a pound, I go and add a tally mark to this chart in my classroom. So one day I marked the tally mark, and because I told them I'm doing this because the doctor told me that I was obese. Okay. One of my students proceeds to tell me, after I had just lost 2 pounds, okay? And mind you, at this point, I'm like 15, 16 pounds down. So I'm marking the tally mark, and she goes, okay, Miss Burfett, I see you. First you were obese, then you were overweight, now you just big. It was crazy. So I was like, you know what? But she's right. She's in 5th grade. She doesn't know, how hurtful things are. But, still, I am making progress, which is adding to the confidence, right? So I just wanted to get on here and share that with you guys, that you don't need experience. You don't need to be a master of anything. All you need to do is find your why for something, why you're doing this, and be able to give an explanation for your reasonings. Not that you owe anybody one. We not even gonna go there. You don't have to explain why you're doing anything to anybody. But as long as to yourself, you can explain what you're doing, the reasonings behind it, no one else's opinion will matter. Have you ever thought about when you really wanted to do something and someone told you that maybe it wasn't a good idea and you argued them down like, no, because I want to do this and da 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 da, this is my reason for that, and that, and you just ended up doing it anyway because you were confident in your own decision. So take that into your every day, but you don't have to explain that to anyone. So when you're out in the world, just think about your why, whether it's changing your clothes, whether it's putting on makeup, whether it's buying something. If you can tell yourself, I am doing this because, okay, that's all you need. That's all you need. Because your life is your life. And like I said, I'm going to pull it back up because I can't remember verbatim. But confidence is a feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities. So I had the ability to change my weight. I said, you know what? I've been hearing so much about Zepbound. I'm about to try this out. Nothing else is working for me the way I want and need it to. I'm sick of this. I'm doing it. Okay? I did it, and it was my own ability that convinced me that I could do this, okay? And your qualities, okay? We are qualified to do so many things. Think about being a mom. You know how many tasks and skills and qualities it takes to be someone's mother, okay? Just think about the quality or the skill of reserving energy alone, okay? Please, we don't have to, all we need is our own reasonings. And that is it, honey. That is it. We are all confident in so many areas. So if you want to be more confident in any area, ask yourself why and explain that to yourself. And then just start doing it. Just start with the very first day. And then before you know it, you won't need anyone's approval to do whatever it is that you want to do. And that is what confidence is. That's all it is. So let's together just keep hanging in there, because life be lifing and it's hard. You know, it's really hard, especially when you don't know where to start. You don't know, what to do, where to go, how to feel, how to look. Just experiment with things. You can be confident in that. Confident in the fact that you know that if something doesn't work out, you're going to try something else. That's some confidence, okay? Confident enough to make your own decisions or to try new things. Confident to try new things. That's a lot. That's commendable, because there are some people who go through their entire life afraid to do something new. And if you got the confidence to try something new, knowing that it might not work out, you go ahead, girl. You go ahead. Because not everyone can do that. Remember, we're all confident in different areas, okay? All of us. So just figure out what you're confident in and continue to do those things. And if you want to gain confidence somewhere else, just go ahead and try it, but make sure you have a reason so that you can build your confidence and continue to keep going. Otherwise, there's a really big chance that you're going to give up and quit if someone else doesn't like it. So it's just something to think about. something that was on my spirit this morning, and I wanted to share it with my club members because I don't know who needs to hear this, y'all. It's one of those things, like, but yes, I do. I know who needed to hear it, me. While I'm down here putting makeup on to go to Aldi because I want to. That's why. Now, if I just did it because I thought people put makeup on to go to the store, maybe that's what I should do. Now my makeup looking crazy, people looking at me crazy, and I don't even know why. And the reason why I don't know why is because I don't even know why. Why am I putting on makeup to go to the store? Of course people are gonna look at me crazy. What was I thinking? If you know what you was thinking, that's confidence. Show is. Show is. So anyway, why I don't have no lashes? I'm gonna go to the beauty supply store after Aldi because I think they open at 10 o'clock. Let me get up out of this house, and I will see you guys later on. Thank you so much for listening. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. I love hearing from you guys in the comments. I try to always comment back because I love talking to my Birthday Club community / family, y'all, my sisters, my cousins, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all, and I will see you guys later.